Have a seat and give them your
Come on over, sit down for a while, if you like. First, I'd like to say thank you for listening, taking the time to come and hear about our ideas. I know that it's definitely hard to follow in the footsteps of a lot of the ideas that I've seen here today. They're all exceptional, and I hope that the school can fund all of them if it were possible. It's great to see students that are taking initiative to develop their own institute and take pride in their school and give it new ideas and take the time to develop it. It's great. But I'd like to start today by asking a question. How do we define a policy professional skill set? Can we sit down and really outline what a policy professional knows in a skill set? And really the answer is very hard. It's very, very broad what we learn. It's hard to get jobs. People have a hard understanding of what a policy professional really can do. And what I propose is that policy professionals become translators, diplomats, and detectives. No? We are translators because we communicate between diverse audiences. We are diplomats because we integrate different and diverse perspectives. And we are detectives because we evaluate programs with diverse empirical evidence. Okay? Based on this, I give you Team Monterey, El Salvador. A way to hit the ground running and to acquire these skill sets of the translator, diplomat, and detective. So what is Team Monterey? Team Monterey will provide students with the invaluable professional and cross-cultural experience abroad, outside of the United States, in completing project work toward the tangible advancement of marginalized people in El Salvador, specifically. So how will this be done? Team Monterey proposes that MIS can support an ongoing collaboration with a community-based organization in rural El Salvador. So what am I talking about El Salvador? This is El Salvador. Here we have the Valle de Jiquilisco and southern Usulután. This is what was established as a local zone of peace in 1998 in response to the Civil War that ended in 92. Essentially, community members independently define living conditions that they aspire to and to which they participate collectively to succeed in their goals. Hence, the organization La Coordinadora. So what are their goals? La Coordinadora works to advance the progressive transformation of the social and productive conditions of its constituents, achieving higher local standards in social and cultural well-being. And these are the different tenets that this mission embodies. And I won't read them all, but it's a very holistic approach to development. Okay? What we're looking at essentially is an organization that can network incredibly well. It works with 86 communities, over 15,000 people in rural El Salvador. A great example of their networking capacity is in their mitigation of natural disasters. They have an incredibly intricate and developed early warning system for hurricanes. Hurricane Mitch happened, I believe that was 2 years ago. They have flooding constantly and earthquakes. So these people need to network very well, and they are incredibly astute at this. So where does Monterey fit into all this? What we will do is travel to El Salvador and elaborate and evaluate projects aligned with the organization's strategic plan. And this is really important. We've taken the time to go down to El Salvador and communicate who MIS is, what we can offer as an institute, so that they have come up with a set of short-term projects that we can complete, including TESOL curriculum development, environmental education program analysis and elaboration, marketing assessment and business plans, and overall project evaluation. Currently, Team Monterey is being assembled as we speak for January. We are going down to work on these different projects, all 4 schools. It'll be 3 weeks in January with pre-trip team building exercises, and we will be forming the team next month, I believe. So what does this benefit? This benefits all participants. We're developing human capital. We're creating viable policy professionals on our end, and providing the organization with the capacity and the manpower they need to effectively involve their constituents. We're creating more effective products and services. MIS is essentially providing this incredible educational resource in connection with La Coordinadora. We're enhancing our reputation and credibility. I can't think of very many graduate schools at this level of policy that are collaborating and partnering with community-based organizations. This is very new and unique. And above all, we're creating a stable society. We are providing for the tangible benefit of marginalized people. As I mentioned before, this is offered to the 4 distinct disciplines of MIS. And we're working to create a concrete skill set in language proficiency, cross-cultural competency, professional adaptability, teamwork, and leadership through the in-country part and the pre-trip part of Team Monterey El Salvador. So how can you guys help? The Innovations Incubator can provide what we need to form a sustainable partnership with this community-based organization. So what does that entail? The incubator can provide resources for academic support, so we can integrate this project into a formalized academic program. Pre-trip, post-trip, language and elective credit can be obtained. And we are working with this currently. Communication between organizations. It's very important that we can communicate between La Coordinadora and MIS to continue the dialogue, to keep that partnership viable. Right now we work through a foundation in Austin that helps facilitate that, but perhaps one day with the right resources we can do it on our own. And the logistics, what it takes with classes, speakers to do pre-trip planning, and the logistics in El Salvador, we need to stay with host families. We're getting cultural immersion, so we're paying for food, transportation to get around the 86 communities while we're doing work. So there is a substantial resource that the Innovations Incubator can provide. And finally, they can provide opportunity for replication. And this to me is the real crux, in that Team Monterey, as it has been established, can be used and replicated to form any kind of partnership between MIS and any organization throughout the world. So I leave you with this picture and a quote. It helps now and then to step back and take a long view. This is Oscar Romero. He was if you're familiar, he was assassinated for his political ties with the poor, essentially, during the Civil War. And I think this quote is really good for us at Team Monterey for 2 reasons. One is that we need to think, take back and look at the whole picture of what is happening in the world, and understand how we as policy professionals can become detectives, can become diplomats, can communicate well, can translate, cross-culturally. And also, specifically Team Monterey, we have already been through the pilot project at Team Monterey. The growing pains, we're still feeling them as well right now, but we have completed the pilot project. You can see out at our table the video and some of the resources from that. And we are sitting back and taking the long view and adapting and iterating from that experience, which we should be constantly doing in our lives every day. So Team Monterey is changing and evolving to become a more sustainable program. And I'll leave you with one final quote from Oscar Romero, from his prayer. We cannot do everything, and there is a sense of liberalization in realizing that. This enables us to do something, and to do it very well. It may be incomplete, but is the beginning, a step along the way. So I thank you, and I hope that you consider our idea for incubation.